Hey, I have here a land use map of a municipality in Norway, and there is very many small polygons shown here, and I want to generalize this map to show only one polygon for each of the land use classes. So if you look at the attribute table, there is more than 7,000 rows or 7,000 objects in the map. So instead I want then one row or one object for each of the land use classes, and not like here more than 7,000. Now I need to know the area of each of the land use categories for the entire municipality. So one way of achieving this is to use a tool called Dissolve. This might be available from the geoprocessing tools entry under vector. If not, you will also find it from the toolbox under the processing menu. So here you just search for Dissolve and it will enter here. And we start it by double click on it. Now make sure that the input layer here is as wanted, the land use map, and then you need to have a dissolve field, which is then the field which you use to group all the polygons or the row in the attribute table. So both the polygons in the map and the rows in the attribute table will be merged then if they have the same dissolve field. So click on this button to see which fields are available. So I want to use the land use categories arealtype to then dissolve all these objects. So this is specified, and then I also want to have this not as a temporary layer but as a saved layer, and I choose to save this as a shapefile. I can then simply give a new name and a folder location, and we are ready to go. Now the process is finished and a new map is added to the map. If we open the attribute table, we will see that there is now only 9 rows, so reduced from the more than 7,000 rows. Unfortunately, the shape area is not updated, so I still don't know the total area of each of these 9 land use categories. To do so, I can use the field calculator tool. So I will add a new field, and I call it area square kilometers, as I want this to be in square kilometers. I set the field type to be decimal number, so I need to write an expression, and since I want this to be in units square kilometers, I need to divide it by 1 million. So this should be okay. So we have a result, and we can have a look at the attribute table. So here we see the new field being added with the area in square kilometers. And we can sort this to see which is having the most, or which is the dominating area type, and the second and the third, etc., and how many square kilometers that each of these area types is having in this municipality. Also notice that there is a pencil mark in the newly added layer. This is because it's still in the editing model, and you can toggle this by just checking toggle edits. And we answer yes to save the edits. You may want to do one more thing with the map, and that is to symbolize it similarly as the original land use map. Double click on this little square and we open the layer properties dialog, and from the button here we can open or load the style used to symbolize the categories. We find the symbolizing file and open this one, and our map is symbolized as previously.